You know, how many times have y'all heard me say I'm not a chef, I'm a cook? Well, guess what, y'all? I got the real deal in this kitchen with me today. My friend and chef, Virginia Willis, is gonna help me put a French twist on some Southern classics, y'all. We're gonna start with a herb-crusted fresh ham.
Oh, it's incredible.
Paired with a savory herbed monkey bread. Then green beans get the French treatment. It smells divine. And Grandma Hiers' carrot cake. That'll make you say, bon appetit, y'all. Virginia and I have worked together on occasion, haven't we?
We have.
And she's worked with so many people. Martha Stewart, you've cooked for the Clintons, you've cooked for Julia Child. What a treat for us.
Well, it's a treat for me. I get to cook with Paula Deen.
Well, I'm predicting that in our future, y'all, the very near future, we're gonna have a little fresh pig here.
Yes.
Is that right,
Yes,
Virginia?
exactly.
Virginia is gonna make for us an herb-crusted fresh ham. So take it away, girl.
So what I have here, we have some rosemary and tarragon and thyme, and I'm basically making a fresh herb de Provence. This is a dried spice combination from the region of Provence, southern France. But what I like to do is I like to use the fresh herbs.
Okay,
and as a
so
little special treat,
lavender?
Lavender. Mmm. That smell incredible? Mmm. May I ask you to please season this with salt and pepper while I chop these herbs? So normally...
And do you like it pretty heavy, or?
I do. So salt brings out the flavor.
It darn sure does, honey. Now that salt doesn't want to... Whoa, look at that girl go! Lavender is kicking butt over here.
And it smells so good. But we just want to use a little bit. If you use too much, it winds up tasting sort of like soap. You need to buy it from a spice market or an online source or something. People don't want to buy it from the florist because it may have been treated with pesticides.
Right.
So what's meant for potpourri is not meant for fresh ham.
Yes, yes.
So, Paula, what I have here is a tablespoon of thyme, a teaspoon of rosemary, teaspoon of tarragon, and a half a teaspoon of the lavender.
Sounds wonderful.
So this is a fresh herb de Provence. We'll sprinkle it over.
You want me to kind of pat it in?
Yes, ma'am.
Please do not say yes, ma'am, to me.
No, you know,
How
Mama.
old you think I am?
So what we want to do is let this wash off.
Yes.
So what we want to do is we want to let that sort of marinate at room temperature for 30 minutes.
Okie doke.
I'm not advocating leaving pork out for prolonged periods of time at room temperature, but we want this, first of all, we don't want the roast to go in cold into a hot oven because it'll take longer to cook.
Right, absolutely.
And the other thing is we want to let the flavor of these herbs penetrate.
We got the chef over here. Look what the cook's. Look what the cook is moving around over here. Canned biscuits. This is so easy to make, Virginia. What a sport you are. I know you've had monkey bread.
Yes.
Being a Southern girl, being a Georgia girl. So, this is gonna be a savory monkey bread, y'all.
All right.
Okay, come on. See, eventually that little devil will get you. All right, so over here, y'all, I've got some fresh Parmesan cheese, and I'm gonna grate up about a cup of this.
This sounds delicious. Biscuits rolled in butter and cheese.
You know, it's the simple things in life, Virginia.
Well,
yes, there really is a Santa Claus, Virginia. Then I'll add about 2 teaspoons of a dried Italian seasoning. So we're just gonna take our biscuits. And we're just gonna roll them up in a ball. Just like that. I mean, this is really,
well, you can't go wrong with butter and Parmesan.
Thank you. All right, Virginia, we can
do that.
We've got a stick of melted butter.
Yum.
Melted butter.
Can't go wrong there.
It's a party favor, honey.
It's a food group around here, isn't it?
Yes, it absolutely is.
Okay, so into the
Dip
butter.
into the butter.
So like moisturizing your hands at the same time.
You're such a quick study girl. There you go. So we're just gonna mound these up in our bundt pan.
This would be a great dish to take like to picnics or something like that. Everyone will love it.
Just easy, easy, easy. You know what I'm gonna do?
I have an idea.
I'm just gonna.
We're not gonna let that go to waste, are we?
You know, waste not, won't not, honey.
That's right.
So I'm just gonna kind of pour that over those biscuits. How simple is that?
Very simple.
And it's gonna be wonderful with that little pig you roasting off. So if you'd put that in the oven, Virginia, 350, 375, y'all, for about 30, 35 minutes. I'm gonna wash my hands, and then we're gonna get some green beans going. And I call them green beans. I'm sure that Virginia calls them haricot vert things.
Haricot
vert.
See how they're baby green beans. They're just French style green beans. They're small. What I'm doing with these is I just like to take the stem end off. I don't like to take that pretty little tail off.
I don't either. I just found something awfully pretty. And whimsical about the little tips.
No, I think so too. This is an example of what I call refined Southern cuisine because it's green beans, which you can't get more Southern than that. What I'm going to do, we're going to blanch them, boil in salted water until they're crisp tender. And then
that shouldn't take but just a minute.
Exactly, just a little bit of time.
Because these
haricot
verts are very tiny, and they should be very tender.
The next step, what we're going to do is saute them in a skillet with garlic and Kalamata olives and tomato and a little bit of vinegar. I promise you it's good.
I'll eat anything, girl, that don't eat me first. We're gonna be adding the final touches to our green beans. That's very good, very fresh tasting. And Virginia whips up an incredible sauce to go with our fresh ham. I can't wait to see how you do this. And I'm gonna be sharing one of my family's favorite recipes. I so hope y'all are enjoying the show. And if you do, be sure to click like, subscribe, and the notification bell so you'll never miss a video. And we'll be right back after the break. Hey, y'all, welcome back. I'm in here in the kitchen with Virginia Willis. She is a fabulous Georgia chef. Her cookbook is named Bon Appetit, y'all, because Virginia studied in France. And the next thing I'm looking forward to her doing is putting this pig in the oven.
Let's get this started.
She is doing an herb-crusted fresh pork ham, y'all, with some delicious green beans. What are you thinking about your cooking time on that?
It's basically 25 minutes per pound. I'm gonna take it to 150. Then we're gonna take it out and let the meat rest, and the juices are gonna redistribute. And the temperature, of course, as you know, will continue to rise to about 160, 165, and that's gonna be perfectly cooked. So these look bright green. These look really good.
These look bright green and pretty. Do those suit you?
Yes, ma'am. So what I wanna do is drain these.
Okie doke.
So let's see.
Don't burn yourself.
I'm not, I promise. All right, so this is a trick that I love to do. Put them in the colander, in the ice bath, so you're not fishing your green beans out of the ice.
Yeah.
I like that.
That sounds great.
Yeah. So now, this is the Provence part, okay?
Oh, okay.
So we have some more herbs. We've got some garlic. May I ask you to chop the tomato?
Absolutely. What size do you want these done in?
Just a dice. All right, so I've got the tomato.
You want me to put a little olive oil in your pan?
Yes, please. About a tablespoon or so, not too much. Here I have a clove, and I'm just going to tap, and that'll let this peel come off.
Okay.
We think about Atlanta traffic. Will you grab a pinch full of salt for me, please?
Yes. That girl is so fast with a knife, y'all. I wouldn't cross her in a dark alley for nothing.
So just sprinkle a pinch of salt on it. Okay. And what's gonna happen is that's gonna act as an abrasive. And that's gonna help take that garlic down even further. And then I'll use my knife like a palette knife.
You are making a paste. And we're using a kosher salt, which is grainy. And it did just break down that garlic, didn't it? This is gonna be delicious.
So let's add the green beans.
Okie doke.
And then the garlic. Let's put the potatoes in.
Okay.
Isn't this beautiful already?
It is beautiful.
Okay, so these are the Kalamata olives. And we've halved them. Okay, because we don't want them too Exactly. So the last bit we're gonna do, let's add some basil.
Okay.
I think basil and tomatoes go really well together. And I'm gonna
Do you want salt and pepper or anything in this, Virginia, or are we just gonna let this?
I think black pepper would be good, just a little bit of salt because the olives are so salty.
Okie doke.
So I'm gonna add some basil. So just roll the basil leaves up into a cigar. And I love this, and you know what? I actually use this technique with collard greens.
That's how I, too, cut my collard greens.
So we'll add the basil. It smells so great.
The smell is just like
very, very
really
bold.
nice.
It's nice, it's fresh, it lets the flavors of the green beans and the tomatoes shine through. Last little bit, which is kind of a surprise, is I'm just gonna splash a little bit of red wine vinegar. And that acid really makes the flavors pop.
Oh, I bet it does. Okay.
That's it. And I think we have a serving dish.
Just that simple. It smells divine.
Gonna taste?
They really are good. I'm tasting a little bit of the red wine vinegar now, and I'm getting a little taste of that basil.
Exactly.
And it really is good.
It's simple.
It is. It's simple and it's different. And, you know, it's very, very healthy.
So we eat like this so we can also eat the fresh ham.
Yes, so we can eat the fresh ham. And my grandmother Hiers' carrot cake.
Yum.
My little grandmother was like 4 feet 10, never reached 5 feet except in her 3-inch heels. And she could make some fabulous cakes. So I'm just gonna start working on this cream cheese icing.
So confectioner sugar and cream cheese.
Yeah, just a 16-ounce package. I tell you what, since you've got those fabulous chopping skills, if you would chop me up some pecans.
And that's room temperature, right?
Room temperature, so it'll beat up well. I've got a stick of butter at room temperature. I'm gonna drop that down in there. I'm gonna put a teaspoon or 2 of vanilla extract. And then I'm just gonna beat this up a little bit. And then I'm gonna add the rest of our confectionate sugar.
Do you use salted or unsalted butter?
You know, I'm so glad that you asked me that.
I use unsalted because you can always add salt, but you can't take it out.
And I use salted because I love the taste of salted butter. I love a salty sweet.
Are these pecans fine enough for you?
Them pecans are perfect, girl. And you did that quicker than I could beat up that cream cheese. So that ham is starting to smell good.
It is starting to smell really good. And what we're going to do is we'll take it out. We're going to add some chicken stock and make almost like a jus.
Oh, gosh, I love a little jus. I know what jus is. I'm just going to kind of sling that off. Just dump them in
Here we go. I love that. I can't wait to make the cake that goes underneath that.
There you go. It's gonna be all good, y'all. Virginia and I are gonna mix up my Grandma Hiers' carrot cake. Then she's gonna show me how to make a delicious sauce for our ham. That is delicious, Virginia. And don't miss that monkey bread coming out of the oven. I hope y'all are enjoying the show. And I wanna hear from you. Tell me what recipes or videos you'd like to see me make by just leaving a short comment below. Now, let's get back to the show, y'all. Hey, y'all, I'm in here with Virginia Willis, the fellow Georgian who is a very accomplished chef. The theme today is
Southern Generations.
we have married 2 of the finest foods in the whole world together, French and Southern. Her book, Bon Appetit, y'all, kind of says it all. So I'm gonna start mixing up my grandmother Hiers' carrot cake recipe. Now over here in my bowl, I'm gonna start with 4 eggs. I have had so much fun being in here in the kitchen with you today,
I've had
Virginia.
a blast.
So tell everybody all your accomplishments.
I feel so fortunate about what I've got to do in my career and the people I've gotten to work with. I lived and worked in France. I just think that the respect that the French give the food is fantastic.
Yes,
It's
they're very
fascinating.
serious about it, aren't they? All right, now in my big bowl, I'm gonna measure out 2 cups of all-purpose flour.
Which side would you like for me to grate it on?
Well, I kind of like the small
The real small,
side.
yeah, because it almost melts in the cake.
Yes, it does. 2 cups of sugar, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of salt, and then I'm gonna add 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon.
I can smell that cinnamon. It's wonderful.
Doesn't that cinnamon smell good? I'm gonna measure out 1½ cups of vegetable oil, which tells you right off the bat, this is gonna be a wonderful moist cake.
Very tender.
But this cake is so easy. You know, you just plop everything in there. Just blend it all up real good. All right, perfect, perfect. This should come, y'all, to about 3 cups of carrots. And that looks just right.
Got it?
That's perfect. You are so talented. All right, Grandma Hiers used nuts in her frosting as well as her cake. And see, I love the double nut thing.
Oh, yeah,
going
well,
on.
it's like building those layers of flavor that
Yes.
really makes everything taste so good.
And we're gonna need about 1.5 cups of chopped pecans. Look at the girl go! Go, Virginia, go!
Is that fine enough for you?
That is perfect. Okay, so if you toss those in there, and I'll fold those in.
All right, and I'll get the cake pan.
Okie doke, I've got 3 cake pans, y'all, that have been floured, greased, and lined with parchment paper, and that's gonna assure our cake coming out nice and even. So these are great. I kind of knocked mine on the counter
Oh, okay.
to just release those air bubbles.
Okay.
And in the oven, these go, y'all, at 350 for about 40 minutes. Y'all, look at this.
Yum, yum. All right, what I'm gonna do this. That smells incredible, doesn't it?
Y'all, the herbs that Virginia has on this is smelling so delicious. It's just overpowering.
I like it. What I can't wait to get a hold of is some of that skin.
Yeah, oh my God. And it's hard. All right, so I'm just gonna turn this monkey bread out on this plate. I can't wait, honey, to dip that down in that jus you fixing to make. Look at
Oh
that!
my gosh, it's gorgeous. Look at that brown, yummy,
Isn't
cheesy
that
goodness.
gorgeous? And smell that cheese. And I can't wait to see how you do this.
Well,
Now, are you gonna leave all that fat and everything?
I think I might.
And we're making a jus, just like the natural juices.
I'm just gonna add some chicken stock. About 2 cups. Look how nice that is. And the flavor of the herb is that crusted the ham.
Uh-huh,
And then we just want to season this with a little bit of salt
uh-huh.
and then a little bit of pepper.
Virginia, that is jus. Looks fabulous. I'm gonna top our carrot cake with our yummy cream cheese frosting. Look how delicious that looks. And our savory monkey bread gets the final touch. You're one hell of a chef. I so hope y'all are enjoying the show. And if you do, be sure to click like, subscribe, and the notification bell so you'll never miss a video. And we'll be right back after the break. Hey, y'all. These Southern generations are about to get our meal together. My granny's carrot cake has cooled off. We've dumped them out. Now, I'm just gonna spread that cream cheese icing between each of the layers. And you can see, because we only had 2 cups of flour and 2 cups of sugar, they don't make real thick layers. Virginia is buttering up our monkey bread.
This smells incredible. And then we're going to a little bit of cheese on top.
What is enough, Virginia?
There's no such thing.
What is enough? Okay, well, you're done there. Why don't you go ahead and get that ham ready?
I'll get started on this crackling.
I cannot wait to eat that skin.
Oh, this looks delicious. Oh, got you a nice little crackle in there on top.
Look how delicious that looks. My darling angel Grandma Hiers.
Come and give this a try. Oh, look at that.
Isn't that pretty?
That's so pretty.
I'm cutting you carrot cake.
Thank you.
I'm having meat skins.
This is delicious. It's moist, and the pecans in both the cake and in the frosting. It's just like carrot cake's supposed to taste.
You know, what can I say? Hey y'all, it's Paula Deen. Now, if y'all enjoyed this week's full episode Friday, be sure to like it and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be alerted when I post a video. Love and best dishes, friends.